This is called doxology. These are, I'll read you two poems for the occupied people. Doxology. Praise monsters if you mean to rise. Praise them that fatten on their neighbor's hunger, dividing each from each, and all from all, to make weak prey. They are above the law because they own the law. Praise monsters. Praise clear-cutters and strip miners. Praise marketeers of poison and delusion, manufacturers of scarcity, and profiteers of famine. The earth is their inheritance to desecrate. Praise monsters. Praise the single eye that blazes atop the pyramid, where we keep our places by keeping down those underneath and rise by the betrayal of those who stand beside us. Praise servitude. Praise fear. Praise monsters. Last, praise the dust thrown in your eyes. Throw another fistful for yourself. Can't you see a brighter future glinting in the grime? Praise your gag and praise your blinders. Praise monsters. That's for the New York Times, and Time Magazine, and NBC and ABC, and all those good people get paid to lie. It's a very profitable business, like poisoning. This is called pyramid scheme. Crone, old meat. Oh, a caryatid, I'll remind you, is a statue carved out of stone that functions as a pillar in a building, a caryatid. Pyramid scheme. Crone, old meat. Once, this town was your home. Now, you're living on the street. The bottom line has put you there to rot. You can't pay the rent. Every 7 years it doubles. Now shelter is too dear for you, since who you are is what you got. It takes 6 weeks to build a cabin, 6 months to make a house, but 30 years won't pay for either, the banker and the landlord say. So, nightly, in TV dreams, the pyramid of paper mounts in piles. It gets a purchase on your back and towers and sprawls and sags till what you got is what you are. Your family's gone. The neighbors all rank strangers. A shopping cart of newspapers and rags. Crone, caryatid broken under your stone. The full weight of the pyramid crushes down on your shoulders, anonymous as brick. Sovereignty. The child, riding his father's shoulders above the crowd, looks down into the whirl of faces swimming at his knees, king of the world in his own mind. At each turn, alternate destinies invite his liking. He gapes, meanwhile, and holds tight, safe on the charmed brink of childhood, a bubble clinging at the fall's lip, delighting to be thus elevated. Later, learning to carry his own weight on solid ground, he will denounce the idols riding his father's back, curse naked king and paper crown to make his way, still not noticing how his choices begin to overtake him, the water rising at his heels. And what if, his father's age, hearing his own son on his shoulders laughing in his blind spot, he starts to glimpse amid the hazard of stray blows, like a face returning in a dream, the emerging features of the fate that took him captive, sovereign, indelible. Suppose he finds the means to climb from the staining flood of self, to see the circle whole and know he is what he's become as the weight bears him down Now will he learn mercy? And I'm going to finish with a couple new poems. They're short, but they're slow. This is called The Hour. The Hour. The old year ends in fear as it began for many a man, met with curses, verses, or remorse completes its course. A few rejoice in a loud voice, others glower, craving their power. Some cower, all bow to the hour. It's called a lure. Like a bird at night, homing on a light, slam, here I am again, against the icy pane, knocked down from a height, blind ass in full flight, or else the way a sailor in a mermaid mirror, caught and captivated by cold glass, as fated, lured to drown, grasps after an image on the water, bobbing, and sits bolt upright, driven awake, sobbing. Phases, like phases of the moon, phases of attitude, phases of mood, phases, sound asleep above the deep. The sickle arc conveys her spark underground, 3 nights dark, a fickle voyage where waters meet and quicken passage incessantly. She lifts free and rises, crescent-wise, quicksilver crowned. Cresting the brim, light overflows the winking rim of all she knows and faces him full on, up close, an interim of grace, a dose of soma in a gaze disclosed, gate open in a way proposed, outside the close of seasons. The moon upends her bowl of tears, the rains impend, toll of fears. Too soon to spend, day disappears. She cannot mend the pouring years, or pretend her role unclear. The scroll ends, darkness nears. She will not hear of reasons. Full circle back to zero, shadow fills her bowl. Silt chokes the basin where the fountain spilt its lace of pearls, a haven for her hidden face, drained of reflection, mute, stained. She returns to nil, distilling what she flees. Need coils a nest in lack, an ache of hungry seed to slip her clasp and spill, snaking from her fingers, sink to rest in soil and be still. We'll read one more and B. This is called Circumference. This bowl is the clay whose spinning orb escaped the pressure of her palms upward to take shape at the center of the wheel. A thumb plunged in, opened it up inside. Fingertips curled the lip. Tried and purified, it passed through fire twice. This is the bowl she threw. The band of bone ash blue around the rim embraces and abolishes emptiness in calm. Brim it with piles of petals or spew. It contains them. Its circumference encloses yellow bile as well as roses. Stone-like in the hands with a granite ring, its moon silver inner round encompasses an end, beginning and return. Thank you.